MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Kwang Young Kim, a Korean lefty, will be the starter in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Stepping up is D. Strange Gordon. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Now here's the first offering. Hit back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard to start out the frame.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. Strike taken, the throw. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
In there at the knees, 0-2 now. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
With that, here's a look at the Brewers starting lineup. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Matty, the key in this one for this lineup is they got to stay staunch in the middle of the plate. They can't start swinging at everything or this guy will abuse them. He'll start flipping up the rosin bag. They have to sit over those 17 inches and hold to that.
In is Christian Yelich. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, that's a big RBI single right there, D-Row. They lost the first game of this series, and they certainly don't want to fall behind and may potentially lose the first 2 games of this set.
Without question, Dan. Offensively, you're just trying to grind it out, give your team a chance, give the pitcher a chance to relax a little bit, even the series up, hopefully, and fight it out tomorrow.
Sacrifice attempt here, and the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
That is good. The right fielder, Avisail.
Next up, Avisail Garcia. And Milwaukee with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone. Whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set, you take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
1-1 the count now. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Brewers forced to settle for 1. Corbin Burns, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Now at the plate, here is Yadier Molina. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Cardinals, the catcher, Yadier Molina.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Dan Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, but you know the old adage that what they say is momentum on a baseball field is the next day's starting pitcher. I know they're 0-4 to start the road trip, but everybody relax. If this guy goes out and competes and commands and executes, this team will be fine.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. Second home run early in the year, and the Redbirds are even now at 1 run apiece.
Not a great way to start on the road as a pitcher. Give up a bomb to the leadoff hitter.
モリーナさんがいやー、ケンタさんこんばんは。まずは同点です。先頭打者ホームラン。さっきでもイエリッチにタイムリー打たれて負けてたんですよ。
If you're on the mound right here, you got to trust your catcher and execute. You know who's coming up to the plate.
こんばんはね。
Here's a cold strike on the curveball, 1-2.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Yelich is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting third.
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. What's going to be the key for him today, Mark?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup, but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both gaps.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. No balls and 1 strike.
デヨングさん。ゲオの抽選です。
High and deep down the left field line. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Good waist pitch, 1-2.
That turns out to be a good take on that front door breaking ball, but you have to wonder if that pitch buckled him at all. That was really close to clipping the inside corner.
Here comes the 1-2. Misses, ball 2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Well, it's obvious that earlier home run he gave up is still on his mind. He had him 3-2, but he didn't want to give him anything over the heart of the plate to hit, so we'll see if that walk comes back to hurt him.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Tyler O'Neill's at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
A ball and 2 strikes.
ゲオゲオさんです。
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. On the move is Garcia. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch on its way. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble.
また右中間。これ1点入るんちゃいます？入った入った。
And the run will score all the way from first. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and everyone in the lineup starts to contribute.
Into the box now, Dylan Carlson, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
勝ってますもんね、もうね。
Ready with the 0-1.
もう準備万端ですよ。
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Kane going back to the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
なかなか当たらんかったですかね。まあなんとか山田で当てましたけど。
That brings in Tommy Edman, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Lifetime versus this pitcher, he's 1 for 3. He's set. Here's the 0-1. But this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. 1 inning in the books here. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Brewers 1. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Heidi, thanks. And Dero, I'll send this one to you. As an infielder, these are games that can really challenge a player.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. He's there and records the first out.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
At the plate, Manny Pena, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
So digging in next will be Travis Shaw, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, he just wasn't on time right there. Front foot not down in time. Nothing happens before the front foot can get down.
Pena, base runner at first with 1 out. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Standing in now, Corbin Burns, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Popped him up. And Goldschmidt will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Harrison Bader.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice. Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
2-2.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line to the right side. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. He'll get it into second. He'll be in there with a double.
So with your pitcher due up next, you can either have him bunt, or you can even think about having him show bunt to draw the corners in and then let him swing away. Depends on how much confidence they have in him with the bat in his hands.
At the plate now, Kwang Young Kim. And they'll try to get the man to third as he puts this one down. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And, guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Yadi Molina digging in now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He'll look to duplicate his first at-bat when he homered to open the inning. Here comes the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Garcia has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Next, here is Nolan Arenado, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the AB on its way.
34 pitches for him toward an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Bader stands at second with 2 gone. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Yelich going back at the track. The wall. Gone.
あら。そのままホームラン。
So a 2-run homer down the line in left. Second home run early in the year as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
アレナードさんやりましたね。
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
The batter, number 11, shortstop.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one.
入りましたね。
Fly ball out toward left center field. Kane is under it. And that ends the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 5-1. So the batting order turns over now and set to go D. Strange Gordon. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
この毎回
What a
得点
well-executed
は
fastball right there, down and away.
助か
If
り
you're
ま
going
す。
to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
なんか流れてましたね。
Here it comes on 1-1.
That's a ball.
And he fouls this one off. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Had to protect there with 3 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. High and deep down the left field line. And it's a foul ball. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. O'Neill waits on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, left fielder, Christian Yelich.
Now at the plate, Christian Yelich. He singled first time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Good swing, but a late one as it's fouled off to the left. 2 out, nobody on. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down 5-1. Bottom of the inning now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Tyler O'Neill.
The left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Here it comes. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. A ball and 2 strikes now. A bouncer to the left side. Reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Digging in will be Paul Goldschmidt. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
He's set, and the pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
The right fielder, number 3, Gillen Carlson.
And stepping in, Dylan Carlson. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. Now here's the pitch.
Super important situation right here for the pitcher to go 1-2-3. Get back in the dugout, regroup. He struggled early, but if he can knock out this 1-2-3 inning, I think he can right the ship.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Here's another 1-2, and he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Taken in by Wong. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're up 5-1. New inning set to get underway, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Daniel Vogelback.
Daniel Vogelback.
Now the pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1.
あとこの4番バッターバントしてましたからね。
1-1 the count to the Brewers' first baseman, Vogelback. A native Floridian. He was taken in the second round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Daniel Vogelback goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. Into the box, Avisail Garcia, 0 for 1, went down looking his first time up. Here comes the pitch for Garcia.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
The 1-0. is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count. 2-1 the count.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batter, second baseman, Colton Wong.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming, here it is. A swing and a ground ball to third. Gloved by Arenado. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're down here 5-1. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they've done a nice job of keeping their swings inside the strike zone and not chasing after pitches they can't do much with. The numbers say their chase rate in this game is under 25%. And with a bunch of runs on the board right now, that could be a big reason why.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading off for the Cardinals.
At the plate now is Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
A ball and a strike. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
Liner toward right center. That's his first base hit. Make him 1 for 2 now.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. 2 balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Brett Anderson answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Kwang Young Kim will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. From the belt, the pitch. Trying to give himself up here, but this is foul, so the runners will return. Anderson has tossed more than 1,000 innings at the big league level and sports an ERA right around the major league average at just over 4. Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2.
I mean, he's got to hunt better pitches in the zone to get a sac bunt down. Going to be interesting to see if the manager keeps it on right here or lets him swing away.
And the two-strike bunt will get fouled, so he doesn't do his job here. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. First pitch on its way. Lifted down the line and left. 0-1 the count to Molina. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Edman over at second. Bader is over at first with one away. And this pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 now to Molina.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
Chopper to first, might only get one. Scooped up to second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Brewers 1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. First pitch on the way. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And the throw is there to record the first out. So one gone in the Milwaukee 5th, and that brings up the left-handed hitter Travis Shaw. First pitch on its way. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Arenado in foul ground, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. One run on 3 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No, strike 2, says the third base umpire. Trying to send him packing for the second time.
What pitch recognition right there. 90% of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider.
Went to the slider to try and get him to chase, but it's full now, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Luis Urias will pinch hit here with 2 outs and the base is empty.
Number 2, Luis Urias.
And now the first pitch. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. The 1-0 home. lifted in the air out to center field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down 5-1. Josh Lindblom, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching. And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
The third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
From the stretch. Hard ground ball to third. Shaw has it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. One away. Final line there for the Brewers starting pitcher. Not the day he was hoping for when he took them out.
Well, this certainly wasn't what they were looking for in this one. They were hoping to get some innings, but you could see right from the get-go he just didn't have it in this one. Lasting only 3 innings. A lot of outs now to get from that bullpen.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Hit to third. Shaw fields it cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The batter, the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
So 2 out, nobody on. And into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. First pitch on its way. Strike taken up in the zone. Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. Swing and a miss. Good slurve. 0-2 now.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Striding in is D. Strange Gordon. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
Now here it comes.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
2-0 now. 2-0. Now the pitch. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
To the plate now, Lorenzo Cain. as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Dave Bond.
2-0 to the Brewers center fielder. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. 2-1 now. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Fouled off. And a full count to Kane. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
And oh dear, that caught him full bore on the mound as it ricochets back toward the plate. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue.
変えましょうか。まだちょっと準備できてない。
Here comes the Cardinal manager up out of the dugout out to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll wind up lasting just 1 out into the 6th inning, but he'll leave with the lead and was effective in this one. Alex Reyes will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Ah, しまった。投げ取ったらよかった。
And here's Christian Yelich now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Has a look, now the pitch. Lifted into center field. Bader is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, the first baseman, Daniel Vogelbach.
Stepping in next, Daniel Vogelbach struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. Strike taken, good bender on the outside there.
Well, you could see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes. Brewers strand 1. They're down here 5-1. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt. Lifetime in this matchup. Pitchers owned him. He's a paltry 1 for 11. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. First pitch coming. Here it is. And the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Garcia has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the right fielder, Dylan Carlson.
So stepping in is Dylan Carlson. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is taken. That's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now back, second baseman, Tommy Edman.
Up next, Tommy Edman. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. Kane going back at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
You'll see right there that this is a shot to right center, and the fielder can't cut it off. He was churning those legs on the base paths, making it to third with a triple.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. In his career versus this pitcher, he's 1 for 2. And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1. Skied into very shallow right. And Garcia will tuck this one in, and that ends the inning. No damage done after the 2-out triple. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up Avisail Garcia.
The right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Here comes the pitch for Garcia.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Now batting, the second baseman.
So the next to bat will be Colton Wong. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First offering. Now a swing and a little bouncer softly hit to the right side of the mound. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
So now to the plate, Manny Pena, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Pitch is his slider, swung on and missed. 1-1.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
A ball and 2 strikes.
That's not really where you want to miss right there. I know this guy has got power stuff, but you can't live in the middle of the plate against this lineup and expect to have success.
And he takes strike three called as Clyde Washington's strike zone may have expanded a bit there, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're down 5-1. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Brent Suter is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Daniel Robertson will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Matt Carpenter is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Matt Carpenter.
First pitch on its way. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Grounded to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the catcher, Yadier Molina.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Yadier Molina. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. Line towards center field. And Molina's aboard a base hit.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Nolan Arenado will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. He's set. Here it comes.
Wow.
But that's ripped foul down the third baseline.
ランナーおるとさらに腰が曲がりますね、この人。
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
腰曲げシューターさんですな。
Molina stands at first with 1 out. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. The next 0-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Ready on 1 and 2. Chopped back to the mound. Can they turn it? There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. One hit's all they get. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Brewers 1. John Gant will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Number 53, John Gant.
Ready to begin the 8th, and that brings up the left-handed hitter Travis Shaw. Now the first pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Into right field. That's a base hit.
打率がめっちゃ悪いからね。
Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
Daniel Robertson is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Ball 2 now.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
5-1 our score as we play the 8th. 2-1.
あんまり打たれんかったら、音さんとあれですね。
The 2-1 pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Into the box now, D. Strange Gordon, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. His prior history in this matchup, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. The 0-1. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. DeYoung is under it. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo Cain.
So now into the box is Lorenzo Cain. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
2 out with the man at first. Line drive to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Yellow.
So next to bat will be Christian Yelich. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
First offering on its way. 0-1 the count.
Boy, the Brewers haven't done much up to this point. They need to get something going, and they need to get it going right now.
0-1, here it comes.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Look into Molina, now the 1-1. Shaw at second. Kane on at first with 2 down. Now a swinging bunt.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
He'll try again, 1-2. Oh, got him looking at the two-seamer, and that'll end it. Brewers strand a couple. They're down here 5-1. And now here is Paul DeYoung. His prior history versus this arm, he's gone 3 for 11. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. First pitch on its way. Here's a high pop-up. Vogelbach is underneath this one. And very quickly, one gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Tyler O'Neill. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Austin Dean steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with 1 gone in the inning. First pitch on its way. Ball 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. That evens it up 1-1. One and 2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. So a full count now. On deck, the powerful right-handed bat of Paul Goldschmidt. And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
I know one thing, he earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Next to hit, Paul Goldschmidt. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's just 1 for 6. First pitch of the AB now. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. Robertson for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Redbirds down quietly. They're up 5-1. Austin Dean takes over out in left field after entering the game in a pinch hit role last half inning.
Number 0.
Dan Vogelbach is next. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
セカンド踏んでないやろ。踏んだように見えて踏んでないという。
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
It's pretty tough for a hitter to go up there looking for a first pitch changeup. And a good job of dropping it in for strike one.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
Fouled away. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time. A reminder not to touch that remote after we're through, as you'll see full highlights of the ball game this afternoon exclusively right here on the show. Now it'll be Avisail Garcia. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Jordan Hicks answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one.
Jordan Hicks.
Here comes the pitch for Garcia. 1 out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
And 2-2. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time today.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Keston Hiura gets the call as a pinch hitter, and he'll get a chance with 2 out and the bases empty.
Number 18, Keston Hiura.
Now the first pitch. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1. And that one yanked just foul. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Center fielder going back. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a solo shot here to left center field. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now a 5-2 game.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Into the box, Manny Pena, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. The Brewers down to their final strike. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. 2 out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots. This one was a fun one to watch.
5-2 the final today. The Cards posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Kwang Young Kim earns the win, his second. Corbin Burns worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
まあ、打率の低いアレナードさんも来ましたからね。なんか変ですよね、あれ。上下運動のハイタッチ。最近あれよう見るんですよ。
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Brewers, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us and remind you to please drive home safely.
うん、これでまた連勝です。でもまだまだこの団子状態がね、続いてますからね。ブルワーズ最下位。まあヤンキーよっしゃ、さあまたジュークボックス戻りましょうか。さあ終わりますか。なんかやったら回転してるんですけど、回線が悪いですな。はい、お疲れ様でした。大阪だけじゃないか。いやー、わからんですね。なんかえらい、くるくるくるくるして。この家だけですかね。さあ、ではではでは。